There'll never be a better, never be a better love. So there'll never be a better love. Yeah, yeah. Hey y'all, welcome back to Amani D TV. I'm your girl Amani D, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, I want to thank you so much for showing me some love and being a part of the crew. But I need you to go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below so you can be a part of the Amani D TV community if you already aren't. And I need you to go ahead and hit that notification bell while you're at it so you can be notified anytime I upload a new video to the channel. Okay, guys, so let's get into it. You saw the title of the video. You saw my little insert in the beginning. Hey, mama. And that's actually one of my mom's favorite songs, They'll Never Be by the group Switch. And I was actually playing that song earlier today, and it got me all happy and excited. It was very nostalgic for me to hear that song because, it makes me think of my mom dancing and being silly and, oh, this is my song. So that is a memory I have with my mom is, hearing those songs with her. So let's get into it, shall we? I want to talk about, lessons I've learned from my mom. And I want you guys to think about the lessons that your mother has left you with, whether you have a good relationship with your mom, even if your mom isn't here, I still want you to just think about, what has your mom taught you and how can you implement it, good, bad, or indifferent, to your life. And because there's always a lesson to be learned, right? There's always a lesson to be learned, no matter if the situation is ideal or not, right? So first and foremost, before we go any further, I want to take a moment to honor anyone who will honor the mothers that have left this earth. If you are a person whose mother is no longer here, my heart is with you, and I want to just take this time to just acknowledge you. And I know this day might be a little difficult for you, but I hope that you know that I'm sure you know that your mother loves you, and that energy never dies, and that love will always be with you. So I just wanted to start by saying that. So in moving on, I want to talk about some lessons that I learned from my mom. Okay. So one of the first lessons that I can say that I learned from my mom is I learned a lot about womanhood from my mother. And for me, I know if you're a man watching this, I'm sorry, but you know, uh, you know, my mom, womanhood for her was just taking pride in how she dressed, how she presented herself. Even if you are a man, you can take note of that. Taking pride in how you present yourself to the world, and how you show up. Sometimes we might not have great days, but for me, my mom is always and has always been big on making sure you're showing up with your best, right? And just taking pride in how you show up, because it means a lot. It also helps you feel better. I'm a big believer when you look good, you feel good. When I get my hair done, when I do my hair, when I'm wearing, a nice outfit, or whether it be workout clothes or, a nice outfit, I feel good. And so that's something that my mom has taught me. You don't always have to show skin, but, when you show up with your best self and confidence, that goes a long way, right? So that leads me to the next lesson that I've learned from my mom is to always do your best. Mom, if you're watching, I know you'll be watching, but that's something, honestly, my mother has always taught us. Always do your best. Always strive to be better. Always put in good work. And I can't always say that I've followed that, but, growing up and, now that I'm an adult, I see the importance of always doing your best. I see the importance of, striving to be better than you were yesterday, because it plays a part in, you know, your work ethic and who you are as a person. When you're known for always striving to be better, when you're known for always putting your best foot forward, it shows up, and actually it matters, and people want that type of person on their team. They want that type of person in their life, in their circle, because they know that, you know, you are going to, you may not have it now, but you're going to figure it out, and you're always going to try to be better than you were before. So that's definitely something that I've learned from my mom. I can also say that I've learned a lot about integrity from my mother. Integrity is huge. It's huge with my mom, and it's very big with me. You know, integrity is doing the right thing even when no one else is watching. And I know that sounds so like childlike, and like, you know, we're kindergartners in a sandbox, but to be honest with you, it's something that is so crucial in life, to be a person of integrity, to walk with integrity, to be honest. And I have honestly found that when you are a person that walks with integrity and you believe in it wholeheartedly, it's actually hard for some people to believe that you are honestly a good person, you know, or that you actually are trying, you know, that not trying, but that you actually care enough to be a good person. Because there are so many people in this world who, you know, aren't. But integrity is big in my family, especially like lying. Well, we don't do that. You know, my mom does not like a liar. You know, you lie, you cut off, and it's real. I know, you know, some people have their moments, but that's just something that my mom has taught me, you know, to be a person of integrity, to be a woman of integrity, and always, you know, lead with that, because it matters. You know, people can trust you when you are a person of integrity, and don't just do the right thing when, you know, someone's watching. Do it when no one else is watching as well, because, you know, that's an honorable thing, and, you know, it matters, and it goes a long way in life. So, you know, I digress on that. And the next thing I would say my mom has taught me is self-love. You know, she's taught me the importance of it. Self-love looks different for a lot of people. You know, everyone practices self-love differently. But for me, you know, growing up, my mom taught me self-love was, you know, setting boundaries and honoring, you know, what you say, being impeccable with your word, and, you know, and sticking to it. So if you have a person in your life who is disrespecting you, and you continue to let them, you know, you're not setting the boundary and sticking to it. One thing I can tell you about my mom is when she says it's a boundary in place, honey, it is set, okay? And she is not going to let anyone walk over that boundary line. And I truly admire that about my mom, because she is bold to let people know this is the boundary and you're not going to cross it. And you have no choice but to respect that, because, you know, you're either going to, you know, get into it, or you're going to just get lost. Because you can't argue with that. You know, a person who knows their worth, knows their value, and sticks to that, you have no choice but to honor that, or to just get lost, like I said, to scram, in the words of Oscar from what is that, Sesame Street? Yeah, scram. So yeah, I will also say, you know, leading into that, is that my mom has taught me to have fun. If you know my mom is very silly, and she always has something humorous to say, and her laugh is super contagious. And, you know, when me, my mom, and my sister get together, we're always laughing and having a good time. And you can always count on my mother to say something that is just like, whoa, did you really just say that? And yeah, she did. So, you know, that's something that I truly admire. Have fun, you know, be yourself. That's something that I can say about my mom. My mom is herself. That's what I can say about my mom. She is herself. You know, she is not going to change just because, you know, you don't like it. She is her, okay? And that's respectable. And I honestly strive to be like that, you know, to just be myself. And, you know, sometimes it's hard to be yourself, because, you know, you might find that some people don't like who you are, or they might find issue with it, but that's just letting you know that's not your group of people. You know, that's not the people that you need to be with. You need to find your tribe and get with them and stick with them, and they're going to stick with you. So yeah, my mom is herself, and she is true to it. Okay. And the last thing that my mom has taught me is to um, learn from the lessons in life. You know, you might get it wrong a lot of the times, but what can you do differently to be a better person tomorrow if you're given that chance to do it, right? My mom and I are always having conversations about life, and we're having our aha moments, and you know what we learned, and you know, and it's always dialogue about life. And I used to think like, oh, she's lecturing me, blah blah blah. But honestly, you know, we are students of life always. We're never going to stop learning. And honestly, being a student of life under my mom's teachings has been an honor in itself. I've learned so many great things, and I'm glad that I'm learning these lessons now. And she even has said that because, you know, she told me, she was like, you know, a lot of lessons that we're learning in my age group, they have not learned in her age group until like now, until like, you know, their age now. And she was just saying, if you take heed to this while you're young and run with it, you're going to be amazing. And so that's something I've learned. Just, you know, be yourself, own who you are, learn from those lessons, and just let life lead you and guide you. I mean, it's not always going to be a piece of cake, but I find when you learn from the lessons, because remember I told you in the previous video, the lesson in the cycle is going to take as long as it needs to. Okay? So when you learn from that lesson and you graduate to the next level, it's a beautiful thing, because that is where you find your growth, right? So yeah, but I want to just leave it at that. And again, I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, especially my mom. And I hope that you guys are able to see this video and think about the lessons that, you know, you've learned from your mom, and you know, take, you know, what resonates from this video, and you know, think about how you can use it and implement it in your life. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I also want to say that if you have any thoughts, questions, anything you want me to talk about on the channel, please, I can't stress enough, please email me. And I plan on doing a little Q&A segment in future videos. So go ahead and email me at amanid.tv@gmail.com. And I can't wait to hear from you. So I'm going to leave it at that. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Take care.